I'm working at an alternative school, and the school psychologist says to me one day, Christian, you're the world's worst school social worker. I'm like, I'm the world's worst school social worker you've ever met? She goes, yeah. I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, look, we keep giving you all these kids in crisis. She knew when that kid threw his desk, she watched me deal with the kid that threw his desk. She knew I didn't know how to help that kid. She goes, you really don't know what you're doing, do you? I go, God, I'm doing the best job I can. I'm kind of getting offended now. I'm like, so what do you think I'm supposed to do with these kids? She goes, I'll tell you what, go to their classrooms, write down for me on a piece of paper every time the teacher teaches a student in a way that's not auditory, write it down and bring it to me. After 2 days, guess how many things I had written down on that piece of paper? Yeah, nothing. 100% of how the teachers were teaching is what I've been doing right now, is verbally communicating the information. And I said, well, that was my academic experience. What the heck do you think I'm supposed to do with these kids? She said, look at this, Christian. The majority of these kids that have been kicked out of the mainstream school system, that have learning disabilities, behavioral disorders, she goes, the majority of them learn visually. Why don't you take everything in your program, all these principles, and put them into visual metaphors? So that's what I started doing. I started hand drawing everything for the kids in counseling. At the end of the hour, I would say, what does this picture teach? For example, the crab pot right there. I say, put all these crabs right here in this pot. You don't put a lid on. Why can't the crabs get out of the pot? The kid would say, well, duh. The other crabs are reaching out and pulling them down. So I say, hey, your friends, you're gangbanging with, you're doing drugs with, fighting with. All you guys are doing is pulling each other down and keep each other in the pot. So at the end of the hour, I'd say, what did that picture teach? The kid could give me a discourse on it. Before that, I would spend an hour, 2 hours with them in counseling. Sometimes, I hate to say, 6 months. And I'd say, what did you do? What did you learn? I don't know. I don't know. They were very disengaged. But with this, I knew they understood it. So the goal was, could we take brief solution-focused therapy, reality therapy, strength-based counseling, and put it in a language these kids understand and care about?